Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one of them ones where I am confused by humanity on if they care about something or if they're just doing this for the sake of talking about narrative-based conversation because they're sick of hearing about Charlie Kirk. Because while we've spent almost a full week talking about nothing but Charlie Kirk, we've missed out on all the important things. And I think it's important for us to get back to a little bit of normalcy on this channel. No talking about a man getting shot in the neck and a bunch of people advocating for it and a bunch of people wanting his kids to also die. We got to get back to a little normal around here. Suicide, because for the past 20 hours, you probably, or maybe not, have heard of a man by the name of Trey Reed, who unfortunately is no longer on this earth. And they found his body hung up in a tree near a college campus.
Officials have released the identity of a student who was found on a campus hanging from a tree this morning. Campus officials and police made the announcement. Officials have released the identity of a student who was found on a campus hanging from a tree this morning. Campus officials and police made the announcement just a couple of hours ago in a news conference. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams live in the studio this afternoon. He's been following the story at Delta State all day. Ross, what are investigators saying?
Well, Troy, we are just hours into the investigation of this disturbing discovery on the Cleveland campus. Now, here is what we know right now. According to the Delta State Police Chief, they got a call around 7 o'clock Monday morning. First officers on the scene found the body of 21-year-old D. Martin, central part of the campus. Reed is a Delta State student from Grenada. Now, there is already rampant social media speculation about what happened to Reed. At this point, investigators say there is no evidence of foul play.
But we, of course, again, with our partners, we've investigated every avenue, and again, we continue to investigate.
The university has contacted the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, Cleveland Police Department, and the Bolivar County Sheriff's Office to assist them in the investigation.
Obviously gruesome, obviously something disturbing, obviously something that as it gains more traction, people want to know what happened, because finding out that somebody was hung up and they're in a tree and they're on a college campus will scare a lot of people. And so that's what happened. The police did a press conference talking to everybody, and they're describing it as no foul play, and he ultimately took his own life. But that doesn't satisfy the group of people who I believe are talking about this man as nothing more than narrative-based fodder, because they're sick of hearing about Charlie Kirk and they want to focus on the real important people who in their mind isn't a racist piece of shit. And my issue is that all of these people are saying the exact same thing.
Hey, so for all of you guys that have been crying over Charlie Kirk, this is your opportunity to prove what you have been saying, like about, oh, we do care about more than Charlie Kirk. This is your opportunity right now to prove that. Whether or not you're silent about this issue is going to prove what you really, truly care about. 21-year-old Trey Reed, this is him right here, was found hanging from a tree literally yesterday, Monday the 15th, near the DSU campus pickleball court. Everybody on this campus is labeling this as a lynching, which it most clearly definitely is, but they're still investigating. But as always, the police are saying, oh, we don't suspect foul play, we don't suspect that anything happened involving lynching. Even though this is still under investigation, there are rumors going around that this boy had broken arms and broken legs. Now, you tell me how there would be no foul play if that is the case. I also think that it's suspicious that the coroner said, I don't really want to discuss this any further. I don't really think that I should. My own opinion is that it was self-done. I have reasons for thinking that, but I don't really want to discuss this further. That's a shady response. Now you tell me, do y'all think that they're going to be lowering the flags for Trey Reed? Do you think that the president or any of the Republicans are going to speak out against this? Do you think that any of the Republicans or Trump or his team are going to be calling for answers to this? Nobody's even talking about this. This didn't even make national news. Do y'all hear any of them saying violence isn't the answer? Because I don't. I can guarantee you they're not going to say anything about this. They're not going to make any posts. They're not going to be recording themselves crying on camera about this situation. Only when it's Charlie Kirk. Only when it's one of them. So it's our job to spread the word about situations like this, because they're damn sure not going to do it. So please, if you're watching this video right now, let's not let Trey Reed's story just disappear into the wind. Speak out about it. Spread the word, because we have to, because they're not going to.
Delta State University, y'all got some goddamn explaining to do. Young black boy, Trey Reed, found lynched in 2025. That boy was lynched beaten, bruised, both arms, both legs broken. And they tried to say it was a fucking suicide. Delta State, I have been hearing that y'all had racism problems already. Trey Reed's cousin got on here and said he had to deal with some white boys passing by him in the truck, screaming and calling them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because he went to Delta State. So, we gonna need the police to get y'all ass down there and do y'all fucking job. You understand me? I'm not finna sit here and like this Charlie Kirk shit. This shit dead just like him. We worried about Trey. Y'all not finna sit on this app and praise a racist. Black people, y'all ain't finna sit on here and tell us to pray for a racist. And then y'all ain't gonna say shit about Trey Reed. Nah, we need the answers. We need the answer, Sway. It is 2025. What the fuck is somebody doing getting lynched? A college student at that, somebody that's trying to do good in their life. His name is Trey Reed. We need answers for Trey Reed. I need the algorithm to get filled up with Trey Reed, Trey Reed, Trey Reed, Trey Reed.
Y'all are asking the people that posted stuff about Charlie Kirk and how we should have sympathy and empathy, whatever. Y'all are asking them to speak about the lynching of Trey Reed, I think was his name. Why are you asking them that? They're not going to do it. And you know why? There's two different reasons. One is because they genuinely don't care. Just like they ignored what's going on with Palestine and guys that, like, they don't care. They genuinely do not care. Do not care. Number two, they only sympathize with that situation with Charlie is because of two different reasons. One, that was the first time they seen something that happened to someone that looked like them. I'm going to repeat that. That was the first time they seen something like that happen to someone that looked like them. Two, their views and his views go together. They align with his views. That's the only reason why people spoke up. So when you're on these people's comments saying, speak up about this, speak up, they're not going to. They don't care. And book talk's not political. Yeah, okay. And I just want to say, RP Trey Reed, condolences. I'm sending my condolences and prayers to his family, his friends. Like, that is... Something with that case don't sit right with my spirit. Like, it really don't. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day. I'm going to go back to my book. I'm reading The Blonde Ice first.
This is Trey Reed. This morning, his body was found hanging from a tree by some pickleball courts in Delta State University out of Mississippi. So far, the university has made this statement, and the police came out and said, we sense no foul play. Now, that is obviously very conflicting because other people are saying his legs and his arms were broken. 100th year celebration, which adds to the oddness of this because this is a predominantly white school. It is in Mississippi, obviously, that has ties to the South and obvious ties to racism. There was a video that first came out that was circulating all over Facebook, but then the family obviously asked, like, this is very gruesome for us. This is very sad for us. We asked that you guys take this down. And so it's been taken down ever since. Then the police came out and said and confirmed, we think that this was self-inflicted, which is just like during one of the most civil war inciting times that we have been in my entire life. And after a political assassination that is now trying to be painted all on the left. And there is currently white people marching around cities saying whites fight back. And there's a 100th anniversary. And then this man ends up dead hanging from a tree. That's not just an odd coincidence to y'all all lining up at the same exact time. No note left. No social media that was saying or had any type of clue of like, oh yeah, he's probably really going through it. Now, I mean, this is speculation. There hasn't been an autopsy that's been released. But it's just fucking odd, right? Supposedly his cousin, at least so he says. I don't know if that's actually a confirmed fact or not.
Spoiler alert, it's not his cousin. I don't know why the fuck anybody was comfortable sharing this motherfucker's face anywhere saying, oh, he's saying he's his cousin, but I don't know. If you don't know, don't waste your fucking time using him as a piece of information, knowing full well you don't know who the fuck any of these people are. Shame on you.
But he said that the school has a history of racism and that his arms and legs were 100% broken. And the thing that bothers me the most is the amount of research that I had to do to even find any information on what's going on because no mainstream news station, CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC, CBS, has said anything about what has just happened to this young man. Now, if it was an actual self-inflicted wound, I mean, that is very sad. But it's just weird he would pick a tree in the middle of campus, and then supposedly his arms and his legs was broken. Like, he wouldn't do that shit in his crib. This is the type of statement he wanted to go out with. He wanted to incite more violence. I mean, from his family statement, he doesn't seem like that type of kid. So as more information comes out, I'll let y'all know.
He too much worried about Charlie. That dead ass ain't got shit to do with us. Why we not talking about Trey and what happened in Mississippi, in Delta? What the fuck is going on down there? And I keep trying to explain to people that lynching and shit like that was not that long ago, and shit like that still be going on. Klansmen is still real as fuck. People look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Y'all, we was just segregated. You feel me? Our grandparents went to school during segregation. Our grandparents. We be so motherfucking distracted. I ain't even been on social media like that. I get on social media, come back to this shit. Hung from a tree on a college campus? Where the fuck was the authorities? Ain't nobody checked this shit on the cameras? Where the fuck was security? These colleges ain't got motherfucking security. And I'm sick right now, bitch. Bitch, y'all pissing me the fuck off. It's like y'all choose to be distracted by bullshit every time. We so busy whoop-de-doo. No, ain't no motherfucking whoop-de-doo. What the fuck we finna do about this? That man was 21 years old. What the fuck? It ain't enough people talking about this shit for me.
I'm hearing about lynch. I'm hearing about broken arms. I'm hearing about broken legs. How can somebody hang themselves if they got a broken arm and a broken leg? And you are probably listening to all of those people and you thought the same thing I thought. Where did y'all hear this from? Because wouldn't you think that if you were to be loudly proclaiming all of this, you would show where you got that from? And when you ask the question, all you get is long soliloquies and a fucking TikTok saying this is where I got it from, which is also filled with nothing more than long sentences that are drawn out and not giving you any sort of confirmation that he got his fucking arms broken.
Now, this creator came out on TikTok and was speaking in relation to Trey Reed, who was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University.
Forget all the Charlie Kirk situation right now. Let's go down to Mississippi. The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. One, that is my cousin.
Is it? Is that really your cousin?
That's not that boy cousin. Trey didn't even fuck with him. How I know? Because I actually talked to his people. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with one of his cousins. Had to break it down to her what the fuck happened because she don't know what the fuck happened. So I had to tell her what happened. Right? She also talked about you, cousin. Nigga, y'all not related. His grandma don't know you. His mama don't know you. She don't even know you. Cousin.
So now the question is, are you his cousin? Now, why I feel you are bringing attention to the unaliving of Trey Reed, and that is very, very important. I also find it very important to address this issue because allegedly you started a GoFundMe, and if you're not in fact related to this individual, where's all the money going? Asking for a friend. Now I'm going to make sure to tag both of the creators down below in the description, and I ask that you do your own research. Like I said, at the end of the day, the most important thing is Trey Reed and his family. And I'll be damned if anybody tries to use this as an opportunity for their own personal come up.
And the fact that we now have the body of this man being examined by a coroner's office, and they've even had to come out and just shut all these social media rumors down. Can you people show an ounce of fucking care? I get it. You're sick of hearing about Charlie Kirk, but on what planet do you think it makes sense to lie about a man potentially taking his own life and coming up with a story that just because it's Mississippi, clearly black dude dies, it must have been them dirty whites? Can y'all actually show a fucking ounce of humanity, even just a little bit, for anybody in any moment? It costs you nothing to shut your goddamn mouth and just wait a second to find out if this dude actually got jumped, beat, broken, and then they hung him up as a sign to say white power, here we go. Or if this man ultimately maybe down on his luck, maybe depressed, maybe had some mental issues, who knows? But it's the confidence of people to be running towards this, hoping that it's the case. when I feel as though it's going to end up not being it, and all these dumb motherfuckers are not going to address it, or they're going to make an excuse to sit there and be like, well, it was still important to talk about. When I've been saying for years, if you actually care, you're not going to fucking make up a story, because I have been sitting here, my eyes fucking hurt, trying to find some piece of crucial evidence that backs up a random TikToker story about how, oh, he got his arms broken, oh, he got his legs broken, and they hung him up. Like, I was wanting that so that I could sit here and say how disgusting humanity still is in that respect. But I can say humanity is disgusting in a separate respect, because how in the fuck do y'all sit here and look at a guy who may have took his life and you come up with some racist civil war because you ain't got nothing fucking better to do? The sick part is, if I'm wrong, I can get back on this platform, I can get back on this YouTube channel and say, I was wrong and I could own it. These motherfuckers won't do it. And that's the disturbing part, because it lets me know that you don't care. You just bored and you need something to talk about. And the sick part is, you're going to try to circumvent it to talk about mental health when you disastrously wanted it to be some racial issue. You wanted it to be a group of white people lynched somebody and hung them up. And let's say it's that case. It's still evil and you have that. But the fact that you don't have any information to back that up, other than that person said it, that person said it, that person said it, that person said it, and nobody's showing shit, lets me know that y'all not confident in anything, and you don't even care about this young man. You don't care about him in any respect. You just trying to get everybody off Charlie Kirk's dead dick because you want to pay attention to something else. And unfortunately, people are going to fixate about Charlie Kirk. They are just gonna have to be that way for a while, and then they're going to move on to the next thing. It's gonna take time. Let it be. That takes time. Don't speed it up by talking about some bullshit because you need some traction on TikTok. It's fucking disturbing, and I no longer wish y'all stop. Keep going, because I like making fun of you delusional motherfuckers who are just that bored. And if you're mad at me for it, kiss dick, cry about it. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah! Haven't done that in a while. Goodbye.